Face played a terrible prank.
When Molly, she fell in the whiskey tank.
Oh, love Monaghan Face, what a joke.
No, no, cried Molly, I can't swim a stroke.
Yes, yes, she was sinking and him never drinking was faced with the puzzle.
For if he could guzzle enough of the stuff, she'd be saved, no doubt.
Now, how did he figure it out?
Figure it out, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out.
Hello again, Whiskey Whippers and Spirit Sippers. Wun Wun here again with another one, and we've tracked down another one we've been hearing a lot about, Redbreast Lustau Edition.
Sound good? Yes, sir!
I've been hearing a lot about this. I've been noticing that I like the sherry cask and the sherry finishing in my whiskeys, so that's exactly what this is. The Middleton Distillery hooked up with the very prestigious Bordeaux and Juarez. They teamed up and they took Redbreast and they matured it for like 9 to 12 years, and then they took it for an extra year and put it in only in the hand-selected finest Oloroso cask. I'm really excited for this one. It's supposed to be really good. I guess if you like sherry casks, which it seems that I do. So one more in the Redbreast edition, in the Redbreast family. I keep wanting to say Redbreast 12 because I did the Redbreast 12 and the Redbreast 12 cask strength, but no, this is its own thing, so gotta appreciate it for what it is. I can't tell you, I'm so excited for this. Still having a blast in the world of whiskey. Let's listen for it. That was a good one. Oh, does that mean it's going to taste better? I don't know. It seems like all the good pops are all the best tasting ones, so let's see. Woo! Alright, that's a hefty pour, but you know, we're going to put it through the rigor, so we got to have enough in there. So, yep. Redbreast Lustau Edition. Like I said, this one's been matured for about 9 to 12 years, and then an extra year, so that's about 13 minutes. After 13 years, we're going to let it rest, and we'll get back at you. See you soon. And we're back. It's been about 10 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. I actually want to put this, since I made such a big pour, go ahead and get the ice going. Put a little bit in there, let it start cooling off. Redbreast is a 46% APV, so it's 92 proof, so it's probably right about in the perfect sweet spot where you want it to be. Anybody that doesn't know, they got the Redbreast signature. I guess that's the only Redbreast robin is one of the only birds that doesn't leave Ireland in the wintertime. It just sings all through the dark, cold winter nights and stays there, so it's that kind of steadfastness that they wanted to put their brand after, and that's what they did, and came out with Redbreast. And they said for the last century they have been the quintessential what you think of basically when you think of Irish whiskey. I mean, and they do have that buttery, biscuity flavor note that we all know and love so much with Irish whiskey. So gotta love the Redbreast. I have the 12. I've done the 12 and the 12 cask strength, and now I have the Lustau. And being a fan of the sherry finished ones, I'm super excited to taste this one. So right away, I mean, you can tell it's got those sherry notes. It doesn't have that crazy, what I was just saying, that buttery biscuity smell. It's not like super jumping out of the glass like in the 12 and the cask strength 12. But it is there behind it. It's just the sherry notes actually come out more, a little bit more. And I guess, I mean, they take like the very best Oloroso and finish it for a year in that. So I would expect that to be like the predominant smell that comes out of there. It almost has like a fine rum smell to it, actually. That's kind of crazy. Almost like a Kappa XO or something like that. Or even some of the Eldorados. That's interesting. Alright. Excited to taste this one. Don't smell too many fruits. Like I said, more just smelling the sherry, and then that right behind it, kind of that buttery, biscuity, bready note. Not too many fruits or anything that I'm smelling there. So let's see if we can taste some. Cheers. It's interesting. Nice and smooth, no burn on the tongue, but you can feel it kind of all the way down. Still going, has a decent long finish. Lots of flavors coming everywhere. Not flavors, but just very flavorful of that sherry note, just kind of that sherry wine finish. It's almost predominant. It's almost predominant over the whiskey. Yeah, it's weird how that's it's almost predominant. It's more sherry than it is whiskey. It was real smooth. You didn't get that whiskey burn. There was nothing in the mouth like You didn't get that real alcohol-y, I guess what you'd say sometimes. I mean, you didn't get that real alcohol and methanol burn. It just went down super smooth. I guess if I had to say if there's a fruit bite, it's almost like a cherry note. It's almost like a real bright red cherry, which, I mean, I guess you would kind of get that a little bit with the wine. Not so much grapes, but yeah, like a red cherry. Not so much plum, just a super ripe red cherry. Oh, man. There's some spice behind there, too. A little pepper note almost. Yeah, it's weird how it almost smells like rum. I honestly thought, from the reviews I've heard and hearing people talk about it, I thought the flavors would be blended a little more harmoniously. And I mean, it's not bad. I'm not minding it at all, but it almost seems like two different flavors. Like, here's two flavors mixed. Like, it's not like, I don't know, they're not the perfect combination. I don't know, I'm not saying that right because it's not bad. Gotta put it through the rigors. We'll try just a couple drops of water and see if that changes anything. But yeah, it's not... Like, I've had some whiskeys where they're like the sherry and the whiskey, they just seem like they were meant to be together. And this one, I don't know, this one's more of a, I don't want to say unicorn, but this one's definitely a little different. And I can't get over how much that smells like Zacapa XO. Almost like that brandy smell. Interesting. Yellow and blue make green. Sherry and Redbreast make cognac. Oh man, I've been excited to taste this. I've been loving the Redbreast family. The 12 seems a little prickly to me. I love the 12 cast strength. And I don't know. I thought I would like this by far, like leaps and bounds the most, but I think I might have to say so far the cast strength is, Redbreast 12 cast strength is where it's at. But there's nothing wrong with this. This is interesting. It's like I said, it's just, I mean, it's complex. There's some flavors in there. And there's just not, it doesn't seem like the perfect harmony. But I mean, they're not fighting each other either. It just seems like, yep, those two mix, like rum and Coke. Yeah, there's rum and there's Coke in there. But I don't know, until you find the perfect rum, you know, with the right, and then you have a great rum and Coke. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Talking to a bunch of whiskey people about rum. Oh, that's awesome. The water didn't change it a whole lot. I don't think the water did much for that. Yeah, that's an interesting, and I hate saying interesting because it's like, oh, that's not good, because it's not bad. And I'm going to have no problem drinking this. It's fantastic. It's not what I thought. It's not like the complete sherry bomb, I think, is what I was looking for, and it's not that at all. It's just like, it's its own thing. And it's not a bad mix. I mean, they do go together. I mean, just like rum and Cokes go together. I think just coming off that cast strength, I just did that one. Yeah, I think I just lean in more a little bit that way. But this is still fantastic. I mean, if anything, I guess the water does marry them together just a little bit better. It doesn't seem so divided. It does seem a little more melded. But the flavor profile doesn't change a whole lot. It just seems in a better balance, I guess. I mean, it's not bad. It didn't get done. All right, let's see. We've been letting this cool for a minute over the ice. Do favor a lot of whiskeys over an ice cube, so let's see how this one tastes. Slut. Tastes like Redbreast Lustau on ice. Ice cube kind of killed the smells. I don't really smell anything now. Yeah, it smells like nice whiskey. Sometimes the ice doesn't really affect it that much, or almost enhances it, it seems like, on some of them, but I think this is one of those situations where the ice cube just won. This is just basically, if it's a hot day, just put in the ice cube and cool it down, but I don't know. This one, I guess since the flavor didn't change so much, it almost might be better with a little bit of water in it, just because it did kind of marry it a little bit better. I mean, it didn't change the flavor a whole lot, it just kind of seemed to connect it, the missing piece, if you will. I mean, yeah, it tastes like Redbreast Lustau on ice. It doesn't completely kill it, but it definitely tamps down the flavors quite a bit. The ice doesn't totally kill it, but it totally kills the smell. It takes about 75% of the smell away. But the flavors are still there. It's just a little bit colder. And there's just no burn, obviously. It just takes away all that. It's like drinking cold Redbreast Lustau. This was not what I thought it was going to be, I have to admit. But I'd heard so many different... That's why I don't really like listening to too many other reviews, and I never read any tasting notes, what it's supposed to taste like, because I really don't want to be influenced. I just want to kind of open it, crack it, and kind of make my own decision about it. Like I said, loving the Redbreast family. This fits right into it. I would say scale of 1 to 10. Probably give this one gets a good solid 8 out of 10, definitely. And I have the 12, the cast strength 12, and the Lustau. I'd say the cast strength 12 is my favorite. Boy, between this and the 12, I think I would have to go this, and then the 12. The 12's a little prickly. It's a little spiky for some reason. But I do love the 12. That's probably my favorite in coffee. I don't do that a whole lot, but when I do pour whiskey in coffee, the Redbreast 12 is phenomenal in it. So I don't know how this would do. I don't think I'd even try that, but the Redbreast 12 is excellent in coffee. So definitely try that if you want to. But yeah, this one, definitely if you like the sherry cask, you like wine finished, Oloroso finished whiskeys, this one's going to be right in the wheelhouse. I mean, it definitely has that Redbreast flavor. It's just a little more tamped down and a little more wine flavored than that buttery biscuit flavor that you're used to with the Redbreast. And I don't know, like I said, it could just be because it was the neck pour. I mean, that is a big difference. Now that it's been open, once the air gets it, once I have a few more drinks out of it, it oxidizes a little bit. I'm sure this one's going to change dramatically, I have a feeling. So I might have to come back and re-review this one in a little while. I have a feeling once the air gets to this one, it's going to be one of those big dramatic changes. And which will be even better if it turns out for the better, because so far so good. I mean, is it my favorite one? It's not my favorite, but I mean, it's by no means the worst. It's just a good, great, drinkable whiskey, Redbreast style. So yeah, definitely a 1 Wun endorsed. Like I said, 8 out of 10. Nice, smooth, easy, 92 proof drinker. Gotta love the Redbreast. So yeah, we'll be having another one out for you guys soon. And until then, you guys have a great week. Prost.